Very good morning and welcome back for this beautiful tournament. And of course, today is the last league match of the pre-qualifiers here between Myanmar and China. Of course, this match doesn't hold a lot of significance. You're watching the ACC Men's T20I Challenger Cup 2024 Thailand, coming to you live from the TCJ Cricket Ground, Bangkok. And as I mentioned, it is Myanmar taking on China today in match number 3. And this particular game will only see who ends up at 2 and 3 in the points table. Right now, let's find out what happened at the toss. Babashish was there with the two captains.
Third morning here and looks bright and sunny. What I'm looking at is a very dry surface altogether, and that will be interesting what happens in this particular toss. Out here in the center, I've got everyone who matters the most. On the extreme left, Mr. Gandhi, the match official. To my left is the Myanmar captain, who's led the team pretty well. And then there is V. Gole leading China. Tetlin Aung, you've got the coin. Now you have. Go and give it a flip. Tails is the call. Heads it is. Tetlin Aung from Myanmar. Any particular reasons why you want to bowl first? Right, that's enough. That's the news from the center. Myanmar won the toss. They'll be fielding first.
So that's the third time the team spinning the coin has won the toss. All 3 games. 2 of the 3 games the teams have elected to bowl. And of course, yesterday it was Cambodia who elected to bat. The Chinese batters had a tough time against Cambodia yesterday. And they are out in the middle right now, and they would want to put all that behind them and make sure that they get something on the board. Not going to be easy at all. But of course, the pitch still has a lot of runs in it, is what I feel. Almost all in readiness for the action to begin. Danu will take the new ball. And starting off proceedings alongside me is Babashish. Very good morning to you, Babashish. Huang Junjie ready to take strike.
Yes, Monday morning looking fabulous here. Huang Junji being promoted up the order. He's the keeper batter. Batted, I think, number 5 yesterday. He's been given a chance right at the top. Nishant, I'm a little surprised with Myanmar's decision to bowl first here. The surface looked extremely dry underneath. Myanmar have got a plethora of slow bowlers. I would have expected them to bowl second on the surface. But Danu, who picked up a wicket yesterday against Cambodia in that opening spell. Watch out for Myanmar's fielding. They were electrifying in their opening fixture. Unfortunate to miss out on a qualification berth. First ball then. It's back of the length outside the off stump. And a dot ball. Do you think because the batters were unable to put up a score in that first game, they've decided to chase? Beaten for pace this time.
I think also the fact that they saw what Chinese batters mustered up yesterday, which is why they probably thought that maybe, you know, if we can restrict them to a similar score, then it will be easier for us to chase down.
Change of angle. Round the wicket for the third ball. Batter had nothing to do with it. I think there's a counter view to almost everything that you do at the toss. My view is the Chinese bowling camp looked phenomenal in the first 10 overs. And so that's what their batters will be thinking. Anywhere near a par score here, and we will be in it. They have a couple of good spinners too. Full toss. You got to show more intent though. Huang Junji been given an opportunity right at the top. You got to make it count.
That also could be another reason why they decided to bowl first, because the Chinese quickies did a very good job yesterday. Probably Myanmar didn't want to expose themselves early in the morning to the quickies. Remember, Cambodia scored just 30 in the first 10 overs yesterday. It's getting the ball to shape. Another full toss, and that's been played away for another dot ball.
Because they were bundled out for 30 odd, I don't want to complain this early in the piece, but really, that you get 3 full tosses in the first over, you got to put away at least 1. Nothing on the board so far. 4 full tosses, as it turns out. None for none are China. What you're looking at is no sudden changes in both of these two sides. Myanmar continuing to persist with a plethora of bowling all-rounders. Just saw Paing Danu deliver that first over. Koko Linthu, it should be from the far end as far as China is concerned. What Nishant was talking about is the combination of Zhong Wei Chao and Mark Hui Cheng, who bowled phenomenally with the new ball. Time for Z Quilai to take first strike. Oh, surprise, surprise. Skipper has got the new ball. Tetley Naung. And he's fuller and just outside the off stump too.
Yes, both the bowlers you've seen getting some shape away from the right-hander. Look at that shape.
I felt Koko Linthu was their best bowler in that first game. He's got a little demotion with the new ball.
Tetley Naung might just be a little disappointed with that, because that looked like a marginal call.
I don't think that was a wide. You're being very generous to call this marginal, Nishant. Well inside the tram line. Is that bat first? No, given out. Z can't believe it. Myanmar are ecstatic. They've got their first wicket. Looked very much in line. Nothing wrong with the line there. Only thing is, Nishant, did that get any bat? Umpire doesn't think so, and that's all that matters.
No bat, but I'm not very sure about that. ZQ Lai departs for a knot of 2 deliveries, and China are 1 down.
Best batter in the team is what we have known from that only game. Vigole, captain, in at number 3. Full and straight worked for Cambodia yesterday. Full and straight has worked for Myanmar straight away. Tetley Naung striking in his very first over.
That will definitely be a wide. And that second ball being called wide. I think Tetlenaung will not mind those marginal calls of wide going against him if the marginal LBW calls go in his favor. He's gone for the big shot. It's up in the air. And, two people get together and take the catch. In this case, it's not too many cooks spoil the broth. It takes two to tango.
Just before this game started, Myanmar were doing their high catching. And I can tell you, most of them caught the ball on the second attempt. That is what exactly they have replicated early in the piece. Underneath that one, fumble once, roll over, in control, clean and catastrophic for Vigole, who's gone for a duck. China in early trouble. Was the first wicket. Looked like it was hitting the base of the middle stump. Then a poor shot. Low percentage, high risk shot. That brings Deng Jinki. Tetlenaung, what an over this is. He's just splitting those wickets by wides down the leg side. As long as the progression continues, he'll be absolutely fine with that. 2 for 3 so far. What an inspired change by the captain himself.
Pushed away, straight to the fielder. That's another dot ball. They've lost a couple of wickets, a couple of wides to boot. So then, the first time that he's bowled a wide and not taken a wicket of the next ball. So dot, wide, wicket, wide, dot. That's this over so far. Oh, he was feeling for that outside the off stump. Gets beaten. What a start for Tetlenaung here.
It's a nightmare for the umps to count the balls in this over. Absolute nightmare. Got one more to go. Right at the start of this game, Nishant, you mentioned maybe there's hardly any context in terms of the tournament for these two sides playing this particular fixture. Good looking drive, but straight to the fielder. We'll come back to that. 3 for 2 after the first 2 overs. Nothing off the bat so far. In line, definitely in line, given out. Looked dead in front. Buying Dhanu's first wicket. Look at Myanmar go here. It's 3 for 3.
Yes, Myanmar are on top of things, winning the toss, electing to bowl. We're all both trying to figure out what the reason behind that was. Look at the amount of movement they are getting, the Myanmar opening bowlers here. Breezy conditions as well. And that's the third duck as Huang Junjie departs for a knot of 7 deliveries.
Tan Sengpin, we are into the all-rounders now. The top order has come and gone very quickly. More of the same is what Paingdanu is hoping for. He'll try and finish this delivery within the stumps, and that has been enough. Back of the length. And Tyne, bit of self-preservation there. Moved away from the line of the ball.
Tian Sengkun on strike now. Beautiful delivery. Paingdanu. Very well bowled by him.
China's lowest score in a T20I before the last game, was 23 that they got against Malaysia. By the time he even got his bat down, keeper had already collected the ball. Tells you how late he's seen it and reacting to that.
Yeah, doesn't necessarily mean that the bowler is too quick. Well, this time on the pads. First runs off the bat. First runs of the bowling of Paingdanu. Bit of a mix-up there. Throw at the wrong end. So much for just a single. The way Myanmar is bowled here, it seems as if every run is worth its weight in gold. Jinky will be on strike now.
Shot cover in position. Oh, that looks out too. Is it not? It's not, says the umpire. 4 for 3 it will be. Oh yes. Was it not going on to hit the stumps? Only thing is, unlike the previous deliveries, this one didn't swing that prodigiously. Kept it out somehow. Batting with a matchstick now, these Chinese top order batters.
Yeah, first runs of the bat of his bowling as well. Oh, look at that. I think it did miss the leg stump.
Yeah, very good decision from the umpire. A split second to make that call. Did that brilliantly.
Oh, too far outside this time. That'll be a wide. Okay, then beware. Tetlin Aung is very dangerous when he bowls a wide ball. And a batter is batting or not.
Yeah, does have the tendency to just fall away after he's delivered the ball. If he can just hold his shape and finish stronger after the delivery stride, he'll be able to be a lot more consistent in terms of his line. Although you do wonder if consistency is a great thing, if this is his pattern.
If you look at it, the another factor that I noticed with Tetlin Aung's bowling is that his release points, if you look at it, it somehow feels that he is not in control of his release points. Oh, well bowled, very well bowled and well played in the end. Both batsmen off the mark now. China just trying to get a move on here.
Trying to breathe, which is what you want once you have lost 3 wickets inside the power play. All you want to do is just get through the power play without any further damage. Trouble. Direct throw was out. Tetlin Aung didn't make the effort to collect the ball and get back. Lazy, I would believe.
Somebody, either the mid-off or the mid-on fielder should have, ideally the mid-on fielder should have really come to collect the ball. He didn't.
Even if the bowler had just made a relay attempt, that would have been enough. Good from these two. Just having a little conversation after that mix-up. Trying to tell each other, here's the opportunity to really dig in, fight hard, make a name for yourself. More importantly, give your team an outside chance. Well played. Played it late. Straighter bat.
You just get a feeling that we'll get Koko Lintu to bowl the last over of the power play. Tetlin Aung might just take a breather. If he picks up a wicket though, might not be the same. A pace just over the top. They will pick up 2, it seems. That is the end of over number 4. It's 10 for 3.
Paingdanu bowling with his tail up. That's hit the back leg. The fine leg fielder will come around Extremely fortunate, the batter, that this one didn't swing. Right, that is been given as a dead ball, because the idea is, although it was quite unintentional from the batter, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he wasn't offering a shot. That's the whole point. I was about to say that was he offering a shot, but it was very, very good to see the umpire call it right away. He was definitely not offering a shot there.
You're right, that is excellent umpiring.
Watchfully defended this time. Sometimes the umpires get a feeling that that was an attempted shot, but it wasn't. Look at that. No intention of playing a shot at all.
Just trying to ponder over the same. For a bouncer, when you duck and it hits your helmet and perhaps goes over the slips or keeper, do you get runs for that?
You get runs for that because that is evasive action. That is a single taken there.
Then wasn't he trying to evade the ball on that instance too?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I just have a feeling, just like everything, it's umpire's perception of the event, isn't it?
Yes, and laws have always been subjective, and that to me is something that is very confusing. Well bowled, watchfully defended, dot ball. Because law is the last thing that should be subjective. It should be like science, yes or no, true or false. But then law is as subjective as the fine arts, as literature maybe.
Now that we are in Bangkok, some of the laws are subjective.
But with a lot of objectivity around it.
Which is important. Again, somehow bat on ball. The square leg fielder will keep it down to just one. Yeah, in terms of value, what this contest does for Myanmar, for China, is that it'll let them believe that their process is right. If they go on to perform well in today's game and tomorrow, the 9th place playoff, just a confirmation of the overarching theme that they're working towards is to get better. Cambodia sitting pretty. They've qualified. Their next game is against, well, touted as the best team for this particular tournament, Saudi. This was the last opportunity. Hint of fumble. This is what exactly they did, building up to the game.
Was pushed away towards the field red point. And that will be a dot ball to finish the over. 5 ball, it's 12 for 3. And as anticipated, Koko Linthu has been given the ball now, coming in first change to bowl the final over of the power play. He'll be bowling to Deng Jinki. Both the batters, similar numbers, 4 of 10. And appeal, but that is going down the leg side. the line, pretty good.
Such a busy morning for the umpires. Typical Monday morning for them too. Been asked to decide whether or not the ball is going to hit the stumps almost in every over. And by and large, confidently, the decision making has been perfect.
Again down the leg side. Is the number of wides that they've conceded, somewhere around 6 or 7 maybe.
Yeah, also what this ground is known for, the cross breeze, that is very much back in the game, especially from the end. Coco Lintu is bowling from. The ball will deviate into the right-hander.
Oh, a bit of a top edge there. But very lucky that it landed safe, and overthrows. We'll get 4 of them. That wasn't needed at all.
Yeah, highly unnecessary. Yes, the non-striker was backing up. I think he was comfortably back by the time the throw was even attempted. Yeah, well inside. And then, of course, the mid-on fielder couldn't really get the ball. Edged and gone. Coco Lintu's first wicket. Here comes the celebration to 4 down China.
Yes, he really set up the batter very well there. Bowled a few in-dippers. Also conceded a wide. But then, this one was a delivery moving away. Feeling for it. Outside edge. And a catch taken quite comfortably in the end. Teng Jinky is back in the hut for 8 of 13. Zhuang Zelin is the new man in. Inside the power play, I don't think he would have really expected that he'll have to bat inside the power play.
I think he must have had a hunch. 3 balls to go. Left alone.
Yes, Coco Lintu will have his tail up now.
Yes, there has been some swing on offer for the Myanmar new ball bowlers. But time and again, it's been the straight ball that has caused mayhem in the Chinese batting camp. Short of length delivery away from the keeper.
And that dive was more for optics than anything else, really. Because there was no way on earth Ye Maing Thun could have reached that one. But yeah, sometimes it does feel good to dive on the ground.
He's just taken a catch. You can understand. And he must be really looking forward to everything. Wild hack. Keeper has missed it. Bad bounce to the bowler on that throw. Power play is done. And so is the Chinese top order. 19 for 4.
That was the first wicket to go. Then in the same over, the Chinese skipper trying to cut loose, gets out. Another leg before decision. Piang Danu. And then that outside edge, Koko Lintu. A bit of archery in that celebration. That was the power play, all about wickets.
Right arm medium pace of Kin Ai will get his opportunity with a semi-new ball. I think he bowled very late in the piece in that first game. Of course, they had few runs to defend. Starts with a wide, way outside the tram line.
He's got a good height, Kin Ai. And of course, he's got the structure of a fast bowler.
After that first ball, he's kind of shortened his run-up.
That's much better. Appeal for a caught behind. The keeper excited. Umpire not. And Tetley Naung is still appealing.
I can understand why. Was close to the outside edge too. Once again, not getting close to the ball, just trying to feel for that. And it's a recipe for disaster. Brings the keeper, the slips, the inside edge, everything in play if you do that.
Again, very close to that outside edge. And I think it was Tetley Naung in that opening game of the tournament who was asking for a review. Seems to be quite a character, Tetley Naung. Slightly on the straighter side this time, so Tian Sengkun will just help it on its way and pick up a single. You have to admit that runs have been difficult to come by.
Although just get a feeling if these two have to kick-start this innings. Kin Ai is the bowler. They got a target. A couple of really good slower bowlers. Kin Ai doesn't look that confident. Take him on if you can. But of course, there is a risk of losing further wickets and being bundled out really cheaply. I think tactically you got to make a move as a batting unit.
And if you look at it, then as far as the batting is concerned, even if they bat like this throughout, how much is it going to really give them on the board?
Overthrows once again. You've seen 4 of those previously. Add one more.
It's better to be 45 all out while trying to force things rather than being 40 for 8 at the end of the 20 overs. Final delivery of Kina is first over. Watchfully defended, 7 bowled, 22 for 4.
Look at Coco Linthu. Can't wait to deliver that second over. He's got spring in his shoes. Running in from the far end. Strikes timber 2. Number 2 for Coco Linthu. Half the side back in the hut.
And Coco Linthu is delighted, isn't he? He has made a conscious effort to bowl within the stumps today. And that is the in-dipper that he bowls. Going completely through the batter. Number 5 goes down as Zhuang Zelin departs for 2 of 5.
Chen Zhou, only left-hander. His batting lineup was promoted yesterday. Coco Linthu will fancy his chances once again. Will try and swing it back onto the stumps.
Edged, but well short of the fielder. Chance at the non-striker's end. Not quite. And Chen Zhou is off the mark of the first ball.
I think even Chen was expecting that ball to swing back in. He just held on with the angle, which is why it took the shoulder of the bat. Something else that hasn't helped the Chinese batting core is the confusion while running between the wickets. That has been a theme for them. Back to Tian. He's been there for half an hour or so. Has watched everyone just get back to the dugout from the opposite end. And a plethora of extras from the Myanmar bowlers, but every now and then they've been able to deliver the killing blow.
Yes, amidst all those wides, they've managed to bowl deliveries which have resulted in wickets. Oh, that was a good delivery. Bit of extra bounce there. And Tian Sengkun just trying to defend it. Gets beaten, that's a dot ball.
Yeah, was in two minds. Whether to just defend it or poke it. Can't have indecision right now, especially when you're 5 down for nothing. Got to trust your abilities. While defending, while attacking, while rotating the strike. Confidence is infectious, Nishant. So, only if at least 1 or 2 batters, these are the couple of wickets that Kokolinthu has got. First one very much of the outside edge, second one the in-dipper. Had just one batter, especially Vigole, had he put his mind to this contest and really fought out there, that would have given the impression to the rest of the batting lineup to do the same. On the contrary, everyone else has just followed suit to what the captain did. Also a bit of a reflection of how the Indian batters batted in that first innings. He's following suit to what Rohit Sharma did after getting in, throwing it away. So did everyone else, almost everyone else.
Yes, while of course West Indies outfoxed the Aussies. Well bowled. This one was the in-dipper again, and Senkun doing well to defend it. It's a dot ball to finish. 8 done, 26 for 5.
Joe Kui, Lou Shillin, and then the 2 fast bowlers. Hardly any batting remaining in that scorecard. So it's up to these 2. Tetling Aung will return for a second spell. Couple of overs that he's just watched Kokolinthu deliver the wickets. He's come round the wicket. Confusion. Fielder has missed that. And they want the second run. Now chance at the striker's end. Chen survives 2 very shocking run-out chances.
Yes, very, very lucky indeed. And look at Chen's strike rate here, 150. It is not going to be easy. So Tetlin Aung is back in the attack, bowling round the wicket. That's nicely struck. He's got it into the gap. Fielder giving it the chase. And he will pick up 2 more. What is he doing at number 7? Yesterday he was in the right position, I think.
He's got scoring ability, which has been missing from the rest of the batters. Mind you, with nobody down at fine leg and the angle that Tetling Aung is creating, boundary could be coming in that particular region only if you get bat on ball. If you don't, if you miss the straight ball, this is what exactly is always on the cards. 6th wicket gone. More of the same from Myanmar bowlers.
Yes, a couple of the first, couples of the first couple of deliveries, and then a swipe across the line. And he completely misses the line of the ball and is knocked over. So Chen Jo-ye departs for 5 of 4.
Cho Kui. China in tatters, staring at another below par batting performance. I couldn't really fault them a lot yesterday. The two Cambodia new ball bowlers, they were quick. Utkarsh is a quality spinner too. But today, as much, you got to really take your hat off to the execution of Myanmar bowlers. There are, per se, darker clouds in terms of the technique and the application of the Chinese batters.
Yes, the good thing, the impressive thing is that they've bowled straight within the stumps. Look at that. Ball is shaping away, but look at where the ball starts after being released. Pretty much within the line of the stumps. And Tetley Naung has picked up 3 wickets now. 3 for 13 in his third.
Nishant, I understand this could be a tough question, and you would perhaps take the overbreak to think about it. What sort of a mood that a Chinese camp must be in, and what is that they can take to say tomorrow's fixture? Chance, keeper should have gone to the striker's end first. Be wide and another run.
Well, to be very honest, I don't think, I hope that China are not thinking short term. I mean, right now for a team like China, even for Myanmar for that matter, what is important is participation. Be among the better teams. Learn from them on the field. And that's how you improve. And that is why we've always been advocating, people who do follow associate cricket. They advocate associate nations playing with the big boys. That's well dug out. Dot ball to finish the over. 9 bowled, 32 for 6.
He's taking that discussion further. China had a great day yesterday. The first half of that batting innings from Cambodia in the first 10 overs. They were brilliant on the field too, took their chances. So all is not wrong. Only thing is their batters need to put the hand up and really support the bowlers, which is the tougher skill to master for low-ranked sides. The top 6 batters, if they can do their work, if they can get up to a stage where they're constantly posting 3-figure mark on the board, they'll have a much better chance.
Yes, we look back in the history of associate teams playing against the big boys. It's hardly ever, big shot attempted, playing a missed dot ball. Hardly ever an associate team winning against a big team. The upsets, the so-called traditional upsets in the world of cricket, hardly ever has been because of batting brilliance of an associate nation. You talk of a Zimbabwe of 1983, it was the bowling, the fast bowling which did the trick. You talk of, say, Kenya of 96, that upset was also because of the bowling. That's very well bowled, but umpire not interested. Chance at the non-striker's end, and Lintu has hit the stumps direct. This is what Tet should have done.
Outstanding work by the bowler. excellent game awareness. Yes, you're allowed to dance around. Real piece of a cake so far this match for Myanmar. Not just with the ball, with smartness on the field. Appeals for it. Sees the non-striker. He's well shot. Underarm flick gone by a mile. Easy decision for the umpire. China slipped further down.
Well, that's the fall of wickets there. That was the first wicket. And then that little bit of a waft going wrong. Another leg before decision going in favor this time of the other bowler. Then Koko Lintu striking in his first over, striking again in his second. And the captain came back for his second spell and got another wicket to his name. And then the run out. Smart thinking by Koko Lintu again. As the batters get ready to face again after the drinks break. It's a time for me to welcome Richard in the comm box. Babashish takes a little bit of a breather there. And a very good morning, Richard. Monday blues for the Chinese Reds, it seems.
Yes, I think losing 7 wickets in the first 10 overs is well below par for China. They need to learn to bat 20 overs at very, very least.
Too far outside the off stump from Koko Lintu. That'll be a wide.
But the 4 Myanmar seamers have all bowled well. Very enthusiastic in the field. It might have led to 4 overthrows at one stage, but they finally got that run out earlier in this over.
That's much closer, but I think Koko Lintu would want to get closer to the right-hander. Right now, Koko Lintu is probably doing the opposite. When he's trying to bowl the in-dipper, he's bowling closer to the stumps. And when he's actually trying to bowl the away-going delivery, he's bowling away from the off-stump. Maybe you should just flip that. Hit uppishly. Mid-off will stop it. Just a single.
So China do need to try and bat at least another 5 overs, if not the full 10 remaining. See if they can get towards 50.
It's Jong Wei Chow, another left-hander, will be taking a strike. That's uppish. That's over the top of the wicketkeeper. Could well be the first boundary of the innings. It is.
So we had a 4 overthrows early, but this one counts for the batsman's record.
At the halfway stage, China are 38 for 7. Lucky, but the first boundary nonetheless.
And China only made 37 yesterday, so I guess this is progress. And they still got another 10 overs to bat.
And they have 3 wickets. So the captain will bowl out here. Tetley now 3 for 15 in his 3 overs. Bowling to Tian Sengkun. Of course, Jong Wei Chow will have a lot to do with the ball as well. Nicely bowled.
Yeah, he was a good left arm seamer yesterday. Came on first change. Bowled round the wicket, I think, which is interesting. And China also had a couple of young spinners. But we haven't seen any spin yet today.
It will be some time till before we see a spinner coming in. Because I have a feeling that probably Tetlin Aung will be tempted to make sure that his 3 frontline seamers bowl out.
That's true, they could bowl China out well before the end of the 20 overs. It's what we saw Cambodia do yesterday, that they only used 4 bowlers.
Just looking to slog across the line, missing it completely. Now at 7 down, China not sure what should be the approach. Should the approach be bat out 20 overs? Should it be try and score as many runs as possible?
Well, if they bat out the overs, the possibility of scoring some extras through wides and so on is also an option. They've just got to learn to bat 20 overs. We always used to say they need to learn to bat 50 overs.
Yeah, me and Babashish were having a discussion in which we're talking about how associate nations coming up the ranks when they play the big boys, how it's always the batting that troubles them. And whenever we've seen an upset, it's always because of the bowling of the associate nation. Barring probably that one effort in the 2011 World Cup by Ireland when they beat England in India with Kevin O'Brien's fantastic 50-ball 100. I think apart from that, it has always been the bowling of the associate nations which has caused an upset.
Yeah, and we've been quite impressed by Myanmar and China's bowling so far in this tournament.
Good looking shot, long off in place. A single to finish Tetlin Aung's spell. He finishes with 3 for 16 and 4, 11 bowled, 39 for 7.
I think we're going to see our first dose of spin bowling. Pi Pio way to bowl, slow left arm.
He's got a slip in place. It will be Tian Senkun who will be on strike. And Pure Y will be bowling left arm round the wicket diagonal. Edged, and the keeper thought that probably the slip will take it. The slip thought the keeper will take it. Was the keeper's take, I think.
Well, yeah, because the close-in fielder is much more. He was very wide and almost a gully rather than a slip. It's quite curious position. And if there had been an orthodox first slip, that would have been a catch.
Full toss. Senkun has gone for the big shot, and he holds out. Buying Danu takes the catch in the deep, and Piefio has struck.
Just hit it straight at long on. Hit a full toss straight to the fielder. Hit it well, but just caught inside the boundary.
They've got quite a few full tosses inside the power play which they blocked out. Here's a full toss that was hit straight to the fielder. End of the innings from Tian Senkun, departs for 11 of 30. Ma Kian Cheng is the new man in now. Too far outside the off stump, looking to drive. Misses. That's a dot ball. Just get a feeling the bowler got away with that one.
Well, yes, over the guideline. He could easily have given that as a wide. If it had spun, it would have been a wide.
It's one of those, the line belongs to the umpire calls. Looks like some issues with the side screen there. Yeah, back on. Off the back foot, pushed away, straight to the fielder.
Possibly might have been a single there, but I think they've been the running and the fielding is been quite enthusiastic.
Yes, now, Yue Chao hit a boundary of the first ball he faced. After that, this is the second over which is going on, is not faced a delivery for almost 2 overs. And both Tian Sen Kun and now Kian Cheng seem to be shielding him. There's a dot ball, and I've never seen a number 10 batter shielding a number 9 batter.
Is he going to tempt him with that outside off stump line? Ooh. Through the slip. The wide slip.
So a couple of runs to finish the over. 12 overs bowled, it's 43 for 8.
We have to remember that China did bowl quite well in the first 10 overs yesterday. There's 3 seamers. Certainly can put the pressure on Myanmar because they're not used to winning matches, it has to be said.
So Kinai bowled 1 over, is back to bowl another one. I'm a little surprised that Tetley Naung has not given the ball to Koko Lintu again. Off the outside edge, they run through for a quick single, and that's all that they will get.
So yeah, Zong has got 5 off 2 balls. He's batting splendidly.
The other left-hander, Chen Jo-ye, he got some runs at a good strike rate as well. So maybe it's a thing with the left-handers. Very good line there from Kin Ai. Watchfully defended by Kian Cheng. Again, excellent delivery. A little bit of shape away from the right-hander, pitching it in the stumps. Making sure that he troubles the batter.
Pitched that one up and they've just run through for a single.
It was off the edge. It was a half a stop there from the fielder. Oh, that's gone right through him. Very lucky that didn't clip the bails. Excellent delivery there. Very lucky indeed.
There's another wide.
The idea from Kinnai is pretty good because he's got that natural shape into the left-hander. So producing that angle.
Now he's gone round the wicket.
Just when you thought.
Oh dear. I think extras are going to be the top scorer in this innings. That's right. And this is what you have to do. If you can bat out 20 overs, the score mounts. However much you've struggled earlier in the innings.
So the round the wicket experiment lasts only one ball. And it's a single to finish. Over number 13. It's 48 for the loss of 8 wickets.
See, there's another wide, and batsman run through for an extra.
Yes, so the wicketkeeper there getting it on his body. Still not managing to stop it. Not very impressed with the idea of the left arm spinner bowling from over the wicket. And because he's bowling from over the wicket, the slip has just gone a little wider. Looks to cut, gone straight to the fielder there. And they will manage to pick up a single again.
At least China have reached the 50 now. So that got a higher total than they got against Cambodia yesterday. And still best part of 7 overs left to add more.
Can they stretch this score close to 100? Or I think the question should be, how close to 100 can they get from here on? Swept. Nicely done. They're looking for the second. They will get it comfortably as well.
I must admit, Myanmar might look to get back to those 2 premier seamers they had earlier and finish this innings off before it gets out of hand.
Very well bowled again, just past the outside edge. Two more to go in this over. On the shorter side, that has been slapped away. And they pick up a single. Final delivery of Fiowei's second over. Lets it go. Dot ball. 14 bowlers, 54 for 8.
Yeah, so Myanmar have gone back to their opening bowler, Payne Danu. He'll be looking to finish off the innings, I think.
Yes, absolutely. Jong will be on strike. Oh, looking to pull there. Misses it completely. That is a dot ball again. Very lucky that that has not hit the stumps.
I think Cambodia showed yesterday that if you pitch it up and bowl it on the stumps, the Chinese struggle.
That's a nice defense there. So Payne Danu bowled the first over of the innings. This is his final over. The first over was a maiden. Oh, very well bowled, just past the outside edge. Oh, I think at the last minute he's got some bat on that one, but that will just be a single.
Nudged that off his legs quite well. And he's reached double figures. 10 for the number 10.
Yes, now they really have this opportunity to get to about 70 maybe. A rock solid defense. Dot ball. Appeal there from the wicket keeper, but definitely going down the leg side. That's a dot ball, and that is the end of the over. 15 bowlers, 55 for 8.
So that was the end of Payne's spell. 4 overs, 1 for 4. Well, that's a good effort from the Chinese number 10. That is needs a drink. He's batted so long.
Hit straight to the fielder. And this little partnership just ensuring that China might just bat through their quota of overs, which will be a massive bonus for them. Another wide. Continue to just add to that tally of runs. And soon enough, once they're hovering around that 70-run mark, Chinese bowlers might just fancy a contest.
Yeah, because Myanmar only scored just over 70 against Cambodia in the first match of the tournament. And we saw China's bowling really start well yesterday.
What you're seeing here, Richard, from these two lower order batters is application. It's not madness in terms of decision making. And as much you can fault the Chinese top order for their technique, you got to fault them for their temperament too. Just look thin. Beautiful delivery going on with the angle. Not a lot that Mark Wen Cheng could have done. But he's done all the right things. He survived there for 13 deliveries. Oh, that ball was actually hit straight to that fielder.
Drop. Not good.
This time, another drop too. Well, careful Myanmar. After a rollicking start with the ball, suddenly they're fading away. 59 on the board. We were talking about 70-run mark. They're what, 11 away from that. Simplest of takes in the outfield. Loopy full toss defended, not for the first time this morning. 4 overs to go.
So I think this is another spinner. Tu Ya Ung going to bowl some leg spin.
Yeah, he's the one who got the prize scalp yesterday. Got the wicket of Lukman. But today, because the seamers have done all the heavy lifting, he's been only given the ball come the 17th over. Oh, funny shot, but serious result. 2 indeed. Could have pushed the fielder for a third. And still, they'll take these. These are very, very valuable runs. Jong Wee Chow knows for a fact that he'll have 4 overs to do something, some sort of a magic. But to do that, he needs at least something on the board. Tries the same shot. This is more off the top edge. It's a heavy outfield in that region. Had that outfield been really fast, he would have got a couple of boundaries here. Richard, at what point of time do you think Myanmar will start being concerned about the total? Now it's 63.
Well, I'm sure they were hoping to bowl China out for under 50, so but they're approaching almost 80 by the if they can bat 20 overs now.
Plenty of oohs and ahs. Perhaps there was an outside edge there. Firm grimace on the bowler's face. Went on with the angle. Difficult to call that from here on in. 4 runs from this over. Tuya Aung. Oh, this should be a 4. Yes, it is. Finally succeeds. Jong Wee Chow playing an absolute blinder here. He moves on to 19. And China continue to fight. 67 now on the board. Yeah, very little support to those 3 bowlers, Paing Danu, Tetling Aung and Koko Lintu, who got 6 wickets between them. Beyond them 3, the support cast hasn't really stepped up.
And the 9th wicket partnership is now the biggest of the innings, and they put on 26. And number 10 is the top scorer.
Might request the team management to send him a higher number. Jong Wee Chow, tall left arm quick, but has really applied his batting skills today. Oh, nicely played too. Really well played. Ma Quing Cheng, that shot there is how you handle the slow bowlers. He was not exactly on the front foot, neither on the back foot, but very still. That allowed him to place that ball to the offside, down to Jong. He's preferred the leg side so far. And that's why 5-4 is delivering the deliveries outside the off stump. +1. They're going to 69. Pad first in line is what I thought. Is that leg byes? No. Yeah, it is leg byes.
Yeah, it looks straight. Let's have a look at the replay.
Oh dear. No doubt. He can afford to do that. Mark Wen Cheng knows that Jong is the one who's really set to go for the runs. So no point throwing it away right now. Stay in the fight. This will be a wide. You're right. Projected now goes up to 80. That will be some recovery. A tough game for them yesterday. But what we saw is the spirit on the field with the ball. If they can replicate that today, we've got a match on our hands. A low-scoring thriller maybe, who knows. 18 overs are done. We are still here in this innings. Credit to the fight back from China. 71 on the board. Kin Ai returns for his third over. Third spell also, I believe. 1 over spell so far for him. Down the leg side. Add one more to the tally of extras. This has been the biggest weakness today with the ball. Myanmar have kept on bowling wides. This partnership now moves on to 31, Richard.
They've recovered really well. And we did see the three fast bowlers that China have. They caused Cambodia all sorts of problems in the power play particularly, and they only scored 30 off the first 10 overs.
Inside edge.
But I think that's another thing about this level of cricket is you might have 2 or 3 good bowlers, but the fourth and fifth are possibly weak links.
And what China would like to believe is their fourth and fifth bowler, their spinners, look decent. A left arm spinner, Chen specifically, found some turn, guile. If he can turn up and produce his best work, we are in for a treat. I know what Mark Wencheng has done so far. He's played the support role, but now with only 9 balls to go, I think it's time for him to go for the big shots too. Goes for it and gets out. I put the mockers on there.
But you were right, he needed to go for the shot, but he didn't need to get caught behind, unfortunately.
Right, timid end to what has been a really spirited partnership between the two fast bowlers. And yeah, there you go. That little word he had there with the number 11. That tells you they are now thinking forward. Will be received by a round of applause in the Chinese dugout. As the last man walks out to bat. Luo Shilin, the leg spinner. If he gets a boundary or two, imagine his confidence with the ball then.
Well, perhaps he has got to just block these 2 balls out.
Yeah, now for sure. Third man, fine leg inside the circle. Targeting the outside edge was Kin Ai. We'll be hoping he can target the stumps for this particular delivery. Not to be. Oh, strong shot. They've taken the run. Right, can't blame them. So, Luo Shilin will have the strike come the last over. 74 on the board. Start of the 20th over. Myanmar fans would have really believed that this innings won't stretch this longer. Dead bat from Luo Shilin. Nang Chan So is the new bowler. Short cover, short mid-wicket. They're trying to stop the single. They're hoping Chong can stay at the non-striker's end for as long as possible. Beaten. This is where Luo Shilin will have to do something different. Perhaps come down the track, negate the two close-in fielders. Get bat on ball, rotate the strike. Bat on ball in the air. He wanted to clear that. Fielder cannot. Tetling Aung takes the catch quite fittingly. The man who did the damage with the new ball has delivered the final blow. And yet, China can be really proud of the comeback, a mini comeback in this first inning. 74 all out. Thanks to a really handy effort with the bat from Jong Wee Chow. But there will be smiles and applause in that dugout, and Myanmar can really be happy that finally it's over. 75 is the ask for them, and they will be hoping that their batters do not replicate that scoring card. Top three unable to score. Top scorer Jong Wee Chow right down the order. He got 19 from 25. 21 extras is actually the top scorer. As far as the Myanmar bowlers are concerned, their captain Tetling Aung, pick of the lot, 3 for 16. Followed by Koko Lin, who produced another good spell, 2 for 16 for him. Wicket apiece for Paindanu Kin Ai, Pai Fo, and Nain Cham So, who got the last wicket. It's the number of extras that they'll be concerned about. 75 is the ask. Required run rate of 3.75. Well, we've got a match on our hands. Dive into a short breather. We'll come back with the second innings.
Yes, welcome back after the break. Quite brilliantly, China managed to bat out 20 overs. And they will be absolutely thrilled with that. 75 is the target for Myanmar in their allotted 20 overs. It is definitely not going to be a cakewalk, as probably they would have presumed when they had China on the mat at the end of the first half of the innings. But then excellent recovery from someone who will have a big role to play with the ball as well if China want to do something out of the box here. Alongside me in the comm box to start proceedings, as always, is Babashish Nanda. Koko Lintu did a fantastic job with the ball. And now, an opportunity for him to do something with the bat as well.
I wonder if this is the good old-fashioned pinch hitter role that has been given to Koko Lintu by 4. Has been opening for them. What should be the approach, especially against Tian Senquin, who only swings it away from the right-hander. Bowls a tight line. That's why I think they should have, the left-hander should have taken strike. Shot. Straight to the fielder, all right, but there was intent straight away from Koko. We know for a fact that swinging the new ball, controlling it, has been difficult for all the teams that we have seen starting out their bowling innings. So starting with the left-hander just gives you that opportunity to perhaps pick up a couple of wides. Now runs on the onside. First runs, in fact. Fumble will allow the second to direct throw. And there has been a mild appeal as well, which has been turned down. Couple of runs on the board.
Yes, that was flicked away very nicely there. Good stop by the fielder. A bit of a fumble. And direct hit from the deep, but the batter was well home. Comfortably home indeed. Tian Senquin will continue his opening over. Well bowled, looking to drive their appeal, and the finger goes up. The finger has gone up there. And delight for China as they've picked up a wicket in the very first over here.
Was always on the cards with the late out swinger on offer. If you look at that replay, Koko Lintu was not balanced. He was already on the move while he played the shot. Lunging forward, he turned his back on the umpire. And as you mentioned, delight, much delight. The keeper, Vigole, the skipper. They've got the big man out straight away. Koko gone for 2. Kin Ai played the role of a fourth seamer today, batting at number 3. Very interesting. Straight away he's asked for a leg stump guard. With the ball swinging away, make sure you don't stay too far away from that swinging ball. Drives it confidently. Mid-off does well. Kin off the mark. That's what exactly the doctor must have ordered for China. Early breakthrough. Now the left-hander.
Earlier saw him bowling some left arm orthodox.
He got the first 6 of the tournament, didn't he? Against left arm spinner Utkarsh. Hit one down the ground, so he's got real ability. Prefers the offside because he backs away mostly against the pacers, not against spinners. This is a very good field. There's a catching gully, deep fine leg on the fence, round the wicket. Backs away, fluent drive. Gorgeous, in fact. Stopped just in front of the ropes. Couple more.
So I think while they've lost a wicket up front, what they will be happy about is the fact that they've managed to get the runs going. And again, was looking to back away, and this time the bowler following the batter. Fumble, but no damage done really. That is the end of the first over. It's 5 for the loss of 1 wicket. Ma Kian Cheng is going to share the new ball, and a bit of an in swing there. Very lucky that the batter got some bat on it.
Incredible how late that swing was. After travelling 3/4 of a distance, the ball then shaped back in. For this particular ball, he's gone cross seam. That's gone through the inner circle and stopped. So they're putting their bodies on the line here, China. They understand they can't leak too many runs inside this power play to stay in the fight. But I'm surprised Ma Kian Cheng, after swinging that ball so well, went for the cross seamer.
Sliding effort there. Yes, they will want to put their body in line at this. Again, very well bowled. Excellent delivery that.
Yeah, you don't have to change it up. I don't think bowling the straight ball will make this in-swinger even more effective. It's deadly as is. Hit with the swing will beat that fielder inside the circle. Bottom hand once again in play. No second run. Scorecard has been moving for Myanmar. That's a positive.
Yes, they will want that it keeps moving. Right now, that is the most important thing, to ensure that they do not have a reason to offer the dead bat.
Not a massive fan of this field for the left-hander. have a long off, have a deep extra cover. He looks to hit through the offside. He's actually gone on the onside, found the short midfielder. That's been Paifo's approach against the moving ball. He's backed away and time and again looked to hit that ball through cover, extra cover and mid-off. He could have had one of those fielders out there. He hasn't got bat on ball. And that's the end of the second over. 8 for 1.
Starts off the fresh over with another dot ball. This is pretty good bowling, and we had been impressed by their bowling even yesterday. At least in the first half, they looked very, very dangerous.
Yeah, although that was a combination of also Cambodia being ultra cautious. Myanmar here, though, they're looking for runs. That was not the smartest of things to do. Back-in eye, trying to open the face of the bat. There is a gully in position. All he has to think about is rotate the strike, bring the left-hander back on strike. Somehow, Paifo has looked way more confident against the moving ball. This was the opportunity. It was short. Could have found the space anywhere he wanted and pick up the run. Instead, just held the pose for a defensive block.
Three dot balls in this over. I'm pretty sure at this stage, all they will be thinking about is how to chase this down. And at this time, very lucky there that it went past the wicket keeper.
Also the outstretching hands of that solitary gully fielder. Tian Sengquin is bowling so well over the wicket to the right-hander. Should have just continued bowling over the wicket to the left-hander too. He's negating that swing by bowling round the wicket. It's more of the angle from here on in. Struck firmly. That's the area that he likes. I would rather have the long off back whenever 5-4 is batting.
Sometimes it's just that when things are going right, you try to do too many things. That's the key. When things are going right, don't try to do too many things. Don't try to fix something which is not broken. We hear that so many times. And the left-hander, if you're away, is someone who's always looking to give himself some room. Dot ball to finish the over. It's 9 for 1 after 3 overs.
Ma Kuan Cheng will continue. Watch out for the hooping in swinger. Came back a long way off the pads. Best part is the strike has been rotated. And I think this is for the first time in the power play. Paifo has got the strike in the first half of the over. So real opportunity for him to convert at least one of these remaining deliveries to a boundary. Get to that 14-15 run mark at the end of 4 overs. Add 10 more. Around the 30 run mark is where they would like to finish this power play. High on intent. Round the wicket. Leading edge, and that is enough. It's going strong. The third fielder will come around couple of runs.
Yes, right now that's what they'll be thinking about. Let me get the runs. Forget how they're coming.
Because of the confidence Joe Wichow must have got with the bat, would you have given him the new ball?
Well, oh, good shot, good delivery in fact, and there was a shot attempted. Very lucky to get away with it. That's a dot ball. To be very honest, from whatever we've seen from him, I would have given him the new ball any which way. A left-arm bowler, fast bowler. You have him in your ranks. You don't give him the new ball. I don't see much logic in that.
I mean, he bowled first change yesterday, but just that when you're defending this sort of a score and he is high on confidence, why not just play on that? He's significantly quicker than these two. Through the offside, finds the fielder. Half-hearted shot. Brings the downfall of by 4. Mark Wencheng strikes. Myanmar have lost their second wicket.
And China, despite the fact that runs have kept coming, have somehow, with that wicket again, have managed to give themselves a bit of a hope that all is not lost. Few wide departs for 4 of 10.
Captain of the team performed really well with the ball in hand. Took the new ball today. Tetling Aung. Now this is a different responsibility. Not just to get in, but to ensure that right now there's hardly any more damage inside this power play. Mark Wencheng will get the right-hander back, so he'll once again get the stock ball coming into the batter. Comes back a long way as well, so wide.
And if they can really manage to restrict the extras, not give away these freebies that they're giving away, it is going to be so very good for the Chinese side. On the pads, clipped away. Will be a single only.
Also, because he's got two right-handers out there now, he can really afford to bowl wide of the crease. That's for the next over. 14 for 2. For Tian Sequence, third over. For his third over, they've got a slip and a gully. Good captaincy. Edged and dropped. Slip fielder was in business straight away. It's the captain as well, Vigole, who completed an easy catch previously. This was slightly tougher to his left, dying on him and dropped.
He'll be very disappointed with himself there. That would have been another big wicket. Would have meant the world for China at this point in time. And again, a similar line. This time it will be called a wide. That's exactly what I was trying to talk about. Don't give away these freebies. Make them work hard for every single run.
To be honest, that wasn't a freebie, Nishan, to be honest. Well inside the tram line. Can understand the away swinger. Gotta give the margin of error to the bowlers here. It's hooping around. Fullers. Although, to be honest, you want him to bowl a little straighter. You want him to start around middle and off stump every time. So that even if it doesn't swing from there on in, the stumps are always in play. First slip, wide, second slip and a gully. More men in the catching position. Real test match feel to this occasion here. And why not?
Yes, apparently test matches are getting very interesting these days. A couple of massive test matches. More than massive test matches, really. A couple of massive results in the test matches that were taking place across continents yesterday. And now there are 3 fielders in that slip cordon. And Thetlin Aung says, you pitch it up, I'll drive you down the ground for a boundary.
Yes, this surface still on day 3, second innings. Looks to be an absolute belter. Over pitched all right. But a high elbow from Thetlin Aung in short. That's his first boundary. The reply from the Chinese skipper is to add another fielder in the catching position. This is some contest. And was in the air, beats backward point too. Could be back-to-back boundaries on the cards, not to be. Runs are flowing.
Runs are flowing, but the Chinese captain is hell-bent on ensuring that he keeps the pressure on.
I think that is marvelous. That's why you really want to see a contest like this. Okay, so one of them has been taken out. Bit of extra protection around that backward point region. Just a slip and a gully. Well dug out indeed. Action packed over. 21 for 2 after 5. bowler se ରଖୁଛି ଦିଟା slip I think what we are seeing from China here is baseball.
Yeah, in the reverse though. Baseball with the ball. Very interesting approach if you ask me.
And it makes a lot of sense too. Nothing to lose. Qualification is not exactly on the line anymore. You're looking for a win. And you want to do everything you can to get closer to that elusive win. Also, because you're playing the same team tomorrow, you always want to be in their face, even if you lose.
Yes, and try and have that psychological edge when you come out tomorrow. Looks to flick it away. Appeal there. Umpire not interested. It's going down the leg side there. Definitely so.
Current run rate 4.18, required run rate 3.59. Not a lot to pick between them two. Only thing is they're looking for another wicket in this over. Will be another wide though. Mark Wan Cheng unable to control that swing.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting a wicket with that line. You have to make sure that you keep it a lot straighter on the stumps.
To avoid that, he's gone cross seam. Still came back with the win. Diving effort from the short cover fielder. Keeps keen eye on strike. Would you be tempted to give Tian Sengquin another over?
Well, I doubt. Oh, excellent delivery again coming back in. That would have been close had there not been a bat involved.
And because Joe Wichow prefers bowling from the far end, and Tian Sengquin, who's been bowling so well from the commentary box end here, might just try and slip another over in. Dot ball to end that power play. 24 for 2, Myanmar. Was the first wicket. Koko Linthu unable to control that drive. And the good catch from V. Gole. That's how Tetling Aung got off the mark. Mind you, there was a drop catch too. So in all likelihood, Myanmar would have been somewhere around 20 for 3. And that catch being completed. Right, this is baseball in the truest sense. He's doing everything that the opposition isn't expecting him to do. He's gone for his left arm spinner.
That is very interesting. We've seen that the seamers have done exceedingly well here. And despite that, the Chinese skipper has decided that it's time for his left arm spinner to come in and bowl.
And he started well. We saw that he's accurate too. In the first 2 overs that he bowled against Cambodia, he hardly went for runs, picked up a wicket too. It's only in the later half that he went for runs. But you're right. Myanmar approached this surface and a bowling plan very differently. I think for the first 14 overs or so, they didn't bowl spin at all.
I think the left arm spinner was introduced in the 12th over. Tetley now did exceedingly well with the ball. Now it's his turn to finish the job.
Yeah, but if you were not bowling Joe Wichow this over, Tian Cheng Quinn should have got another over. We haven't seen any turn from Chen so far. If the idea was just to keep it tight, he could have easily done it later.
Yeah. I mean, all said and done, this somehow feels a little like a defensive ploy. Played back to the bowler this time. Another dot ball. Maiden over to start. 7 bowled, 24 for 2.
Only reason China are still alive in this contest is because Jong Wee Chow played a brilliant knock with the bat. A real fighting knock down the order. But he's waited a long time to get the new ball. Gets it from his preferred end too. He'll be running into Kin Ai. No slip in position. And he starts down the leg side. Give him a slip, encourage him to bowl and start from the stumps, from off stump.
Yes, you need to back your frontline bowler. Otherwise, it's a little pointless, to be very honest. And we have had quite a few reasons to believe that he was the frontline bowler, but so far, whatever we have seen from China's approach is that they've not really trusted him that much, or are they trying to save him?
No point saving him. The fact that you're not giving him a slip here tells the bowler that I want you to bowl on middle stump or leg stump for that matter. And then with the wind, with the swing, it's always going to go down the leg side. Very second you bring at least one slip fielder, that's when the bowler has to think about. That's when he believes that, okay, right, let me also bring the outside edge into play. And that is missing here.
Very identical scores for both the batters. Kin Ai and Tetlin Aung. 7 of 15 is what each is batting on. Looks to go for the big shot. And the catch has been taken in the deep. Yue Chow has struck in his very first over. That's the 3rd wicket then.
Completed the catch with no expression on his face. Cold-blooded, that particular fielder. Look at him, another day at work. Gets up, nonchalantly just walks on. Absolute boss move. Tetling Aung wanted to make a difference. He'll walk back. Yenang Tun, the keeper batter, has been summoned into the center with the captain back in the heart. And with Jong having picked up his first wicket, he'll be targeting the stumps right now. That's his stock ball down the leg side. That's been the issue time and again. 21 extras is what Myanmar conceded with the ball. And you can argue that is the only reason why China went up to that score. Now they're just returning the favor.
And a good effort there by the wicket keeper. They're coming back for two. The throw is not all that great. Leg by signaled by the umpire.
Yenang played that nicely. Played it late. Soft hands, which is why it went finer and not squarer. But given as leg buys there. Now wanted to just steer that towards the third fielder. It's the only delivery that Jong has bowled off stump or just outside. And you realize how dangerous that delivery is. Only if he can replicate this more often.
Excellent delivery there. He's just ensuring that he doesn't allow the batters to do anything whatsoever. It was his day with the bat, more or less turning out to be his afternoon with the ball as well.
Also, his body has opened up now after 5 balls. And he's really bowling full right now. Although this is driven in the gap. He'll come back for the second run. (32 for 3 after 8 overs.
Spin to continue, a little bit of width provided, cut away straight to the fielder. Just a single.
I'm surprised Chen got the ball to turn yesterday. And now on a drier surface, he's hardly turned the ball. 7 balls that we have seen him bowl. Shot down the ground, fielder in business, takes it comfortably. Chinese catching has been phenomenal. Another one bites the dust. Another very low-key celebration. They are right back in this contest.
This is absolutely fantastic stuff from China here. And just get a feeling that Myanmar are pretty much losing the plot here. Innings Tun goes back for 2 of 5 deliveries. Utter disappointment.
Buying the Anu. Made sure that he got the new ball to talk. Now has to just stitch a partnership alongside Kinai. Started well with a solid defensive block. Not even halfway there. Myanmar 4 down. That one came back in sharply. Late decision to run for that. And they will complete that run. Although pretty much off the pad, so Pine yet to get off the mark.
That went right through. Very, very lucky there. I think it was Zhou Ye himself who got very lucky with a delivery like that in that first innings. And some trouble for the Chinese wicketkeeper, it seems.
Wickets have come in quick succession for China here with the new ball. The catching has been outstanding. Look at these 2 catches. Steady, calm, composed. Getting the job done. Fresh pair of pads for the Chinese keeper. And we resume as Chen bowls a slow Yorker.
It looks like that's the end of the over as well. 9 overs bowled, it's 34 for 4.
So Chen has been called back. Looked like there was 1 ball remaining. And here it comes. It's a loopy full toss. That's in the gap. Until the deep mid-wicket fielder. Keeps it down to just 1. Now 9 done. 4 down for 35. Right arm very slow round the wicket. Lou Shillin gets his opportunity. Because he bowls that slow, sometimes batters can overthink their options. But if you're firm in your decision making, you should be able to handle that. That's what Kenai has done. He's trying to settle down in this innings now. 19 balls that he's faced. He'll be hoping he can bat on and be there right at the end.
Very well bowled. And just a little bit of a defensive prod there from the batter. Just get a feeling that now it's pretty much pressure on the Myanmar side.
Also, this is brilliant once again from Vigole to set an in-out field at this point of time. Short cover, short mid-wicket, short third. Shortish backward point. They're all saving singles. Then he's got the boundary riders for the big shot. So that when the big shot comes, there is protection in the deep too. Brilliant, brilliant captaincy indeed.
And twice we've seen that protection turning into an aggressor and picking up a catch and picking up a wicket as well.
You can actually add another slip fielder to that equation too.
Gone for the shot again. Straight to the fielder again. And a single again. That will be the end of the over. 10 overs bowled is 39 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Time for drinks. After the drinks break, this game hanging in balance in terms of the runs. 39 for 4. Myanmar after 10, they need 36 more in the next 10. With lesser equipped batters to come.
And here we have the real hero of the day, Zhong Yu Chao, who scored 19 not out to top score at number 10 for China, and has taken a wicket already with his left arm pace.
And change of ends for Zhong as well. Started from the far end. Found difficulty in controlling the swing. So they have switched him around. He'll now get his opportunity from the commentary box end. With the breeze now helping the ball to slant across the right-hander. That will be interesting. He's got natural ability to move it in as well. In line, is it? Umpire just quietly walks away from that appeal.
Well, that was close. No.
Yeah, was pitched outside the leg stump as it turns out. This time bat on ball. Quick change in commentary box here. Richard has been joined by Nishant. Welcome back.
Single there to Myanmar. It's now reached 40. It's quite interesting in these games that actually a rate of 4 and over is stretching it a bit for some of the batting sides.
Big shot attempted this time. It's up in the air. And the Chinese fielders have lashed onto their catches brilliantly today. That's the 5th wicket down. And mind you, Richard, this game is not over.
This game definitely isn't over. It'll go to the wire if I know my stuff at this level.
Just looking to hit it through the offside there. A top edge going straight up in the air. And China, they've looked very comfortable taking those sky-high catches. 5th wicket down now, Myanmar.
So this left arm fast bowler, he's had quite a day. Top score with the bat and now 2 wickets with the ball. Another single from Myanmar. Probably a bit too easy for them just to swap the strike there.
Last ball of Yue Chao's second over. He's picked up 2 wickets already. Short ball, gone for the pull. No fielder there. And Paing Danu will find a boundary. Good finish to the over for Myanmar. It's 45 for 5 after 11.
So the leg spinner to bowl his second over. Round the wicket.
Not sure I've ever seen a right arm leg break bowler bowl from round the wicket in limited overs cricket. Short ball pulled away. Fielder in the deep, dropped. Just when I had been saying that the Chinese fielders have really taken their catches well, Tian Sekun has put it down.
The Chinese have been fielding well, but you can't really afford to drop catches like that.
Luo Shilin will be very disappointed. He must have thought he's got his man. Not to be. Watchfully defended this time by Paing Danu. .29 needed of 50 deliveries. That equation looks very comfortable, all right. With 5 wickets down. And he's gone for it again. This is the top edge. And it lands safe. Now 3 times in the last 6 balls, the Myanmar batter has managed to sky one and still survive.
So 47 for 5 off 12 overs.
It looks like we have a change in the bowling. Deng Jinki has been brought into the attack.
He's going to bowl off spin, I think. It's a brave move. And they've still got 4 overs of pace bowling to bowl. And the leg spinner and the left arm bowler have done quite well.
Again, a very, very interesting move here. Last time we thought so when the left arm spinner Zhou Ye was brought in and he managed to pick up a couple of wickets. Can Deng Jinki do something similar? Paying down will be on strike. Good start for Jinki. Classical off spinner's delivery.
I think if Myanmar can bat out the overs, they'll get to 75. China do need to look to bowl out the opposition.
Absolutely. I don't think there is any way in which Myanmar bat out the 20 overs and don't put 75 on the board. We thought about a single for a moment, but then decided against it, rightly so. That's another dot ball then.
So they probably only need 3 or 4 singles and over. So if you put it like that, it sounds straightforward.
Having a word with the umpire, not sure what that is about. Oh, there is the outside edge. Past the wicket keeper, it is running away. The fielder giving it a chase. Manages to pull it back. Couple of runs added to the tally then.
So they're 50 up in the 13th over. So they're going along at 4 and over.
Inside edge onto the pads. Dot ball to finish the over. 13 ball, it's 51 for 5.
Dot ball as Luo Shilin starts his 3rd over. A little bit short, but batsman played with the straight bat.
Fractionally on the shorter side. That's put away, but straight to the fielder. And they somehow managed to survive. Tuya Aung has managed to survive that. Oh, and looks like he's hurt himself as well. That is not good news. He looks to be in a lot of pain. That shoulder must be hurting. He will certainly need some medical attention here. Looks like it is quite bad.
Oh, the magic spray. He's going to carry on, the batsman.
That is very nicely played there by Paing Danu. He'll pick up a comfortable couple.
That's the second time he's managed to guide it down through third man for 2. So these runs are crucial.
So Luo Shilling has got a couple of deliveries remaining in this particular over. So now just 21 needed to win. Look to be in a very, very good position. A little bit of bounce there, tucked away. Again, a quick single taken. Direct hit this time. They're not running for the overthrows. Just a single.
So Tu seems to have recovered from his shoulder injury. Good running between the wickets.
It's a dot ball to finish the over. 14 overs ball, it's 55 for 5.
Well, it is interesting that China have used 3 spin bowlers when they also have 3 pretty formidable faster bowlers. The left armer has already got 2 wickets and still has 2 overs left.
And just as you say that, Richard, Deng Jin Ki has cleaned up Paing Danu. And just when we think that Myanmar are getting into a comfortable position, something happens and we say, game's still on. That is the end of Paing Danu, repass of 14 of 18. Aung Koko is the new man in. Walking in at number 8, Deng Jin Ki has picked up a wicket out of nowhere. Very well bowled. Right on the money there, Jinky, dot ball. So funny what a wicket can do to your confidence, Richard.
Yes, it was clearly the right decision for China to carry on with the 3 spinners.
Suddenly we see the Chinese camp a little noisy. Just past the bowler. And, Aung Koko will get off the mark. More importantly, will get off strike.
Well, a couple of singles there. It's amazing to remember that they only do need 3 runs and over to win this game.
Good looking shot, single to finish the over. It's 58 for the loss of 6 wickets after 15.
So the Chinese left arm spinner is now back in the attack.
Yeah, Chen starts with the delivery outside that tram line. Every run so very crucial from China's perspective. Only if they can pick up a couple more. Oh well, another one.
They really can't afford to bowl these wides.
Now shouldn't overcompensate and bowl this down the leg side. No, in fact, on off stump. Well done. Thuong is the man to really take them home if he can. On the 3rd attempt, now given out. On the 3rd attempt, the Chinese wicket-keeper holds on to that edge. We asked for a wicket, we have got one. 7 down now, Myanmar, still 15 to get.
Well, that's the 7th wicket. China didn't look like we were going to win this game right from the start, but there we go. Aung Koko is out for 2.
New batter in, there must be a lot of pressure on him. No slip. He's hit that one straight to short cover. What is going on? China, they are celebrating. Both the umpires will now come together. They might send this upstairs. This real belief in the red camp. Chen could be on a hat trick. Myanmar could be 8 down. We are heading towards an absolute thriller. I think he's taken that. The umpires have actually decided that it's a bump ball. There's plenty of belief in that appeal. Things happening quickly here. It's been either wides or wickets in this over.
Yeah, his third wide, and could easily have had 2 wickets there. The umpires decided it was not out.
Now over the infield. By the time they track it back, add 2 more to the tally. 12 needed now. No more spin, you think? Bring back the pacers from here on in?
Well, you think so, but the spin bowlers have done well. They've certainly got 3 overs of pace left, so maybe 1 more over of spin.
Interesting if that is the left-arm spinner or they go for the off-fee. Bat on ball, no run though. End of another eventful over. What a game we have had so far. 4 overs to go, 12 to get. 3 wickets is what China wants.
Yes, China are sticking with spin. So they've got the left arm fast bowler and 2 right arm fast bowlers, but they're going with the off spinner.
An off spinner who has the fine leg fielder inside the circle. Drop shot of the bowler, single of the first ball. Thua Aung has now exposed Mat Thua Aung very early in this over. Because he was the set batter, he should have just persisted taking the strike with the off spinner. You never know, you might get a loose ball, put it away. He's given it to his partner, who's done exceptionally well. Well controlled drive down the ground to rotate the strike. Brings the deficit down to 10 now.
So singles off the first 2 balls of the over. A bit too easy for Myanmar to rotate the strike there.
Interesting at what point of time Gole brings everyone inside. Full toss driven straight to a short cover fielder. At least have the long on, long off inside. How would you, Richard, would pace this on the field? Would you still keep your sweepers, the long on, long off back?
Dead ball there.
Yeah, didn't attempt a shot. Excellent umpiring. But yeah, going back to the field placements. Would you have your boundary riders right now with just 10 more remaining?
Well, there have been so few 4s in the entire match that you would think you can have mid on and mid off saving the single.
Oh, that's a fumble that'll allow the run. Deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket, long gone. Don't think you need that many deep fielders right now. Myanmar will be more than happy to stretch this game down to all the 20 balls that is remaining. China needs to make something happen and make something happen quickly. Yes, now the mid-off inside the circle. Which means that the batter tries to take the chance, just evades the shot cover. Just like that, you make something happen.
So 4 singles off 5 balls in this over.
Four singles of that over, as it turns out. Chen, the left arm spinner, into his final over. No signs of the pacer. Persisting with spin to win the Chinese camp in a low scoring thriller here at the ACC Challengers Cup 2024. Myanmar are scrapping their way through in this run chase. Seven wickets down. 7 runs to get. Left arm round. No run. Have a sweeper in position. That makes sense with the ball turning away. Long off. Being stationed. Straight to the fielder. Keep that down to another dot ball.
2 dots off the over. Two. So I think the score is
we have had a real humdinger of a contest here. And it's going down to the wire. All the high scoring encounters and how fun they're to watch. Every now and then you get a low scoring thriller and it gets even better. Slight hold up in play. Chen continues. Full and straight. Chinese bowlers, they've been brave. The captaincy has been phenomenal. It just might be their best day of the tournament. Shot, wide, chance and gone. When it mattered the most, they've held on to that chance. 8 down a Myanmar. Chen on a roll. Looking for his 4th wicket. Figures of 3 for 7. The last 2 overs, it should be the Pacers. That's what we have been calling for so far. Trying to slash hard. Myanmar still need 8 more to win. China, couple of strikes. Spinners have done their job and done their job brilliantly. And so Vigole, the Chinese captain, will now trust his seamers to get through the next 12 balls. Tian Sengquin right now, and perhaps the left arm fast option for the 20th over. Thuya Aung has been out there for 15 balls. He's seen madness unfold. Can he just hold on and get his team home? Start of the 19th over. Tickle down the leg side. There's some pace on this ball and it goes through. Welcome boundary, important boundary. That brings the deficit down to just 4. Now 1 hit away.
What a difference that one shot makes. In recent overs, 3 or 4 singles have come off even a good over, and their first ball of this over, 4 runs.
He's still keeping the fielders back. Long on, long off. Sweeper still in position.
I think the batsman thought that may have been a wide.
I think because he shuffled ever so slightly, umpire gave that as a legitimate delivery. But yeah, Thuya Aung will know he's done the heavy lifting. 4 from 10 is gettable. Very gettable indeed. Doesn't need to show any rush of blood from here on in. Don't let China come back in the contest. In the air, wide of that fielder. Third fielder will come around. They'll push for the second run too. Down to the last 2 runs. Myanmar have been pushed to the very core here by this Chinese outfit. And irrespective of the result, they'll have so much of good work to take back from this contest, Richard.
Yeah, and in the end, the spinners bowled brilliantly, and that just 6 runs have come off 3 balls from when they've reverted back to the fast bowlers.
Right now is the time, says Vigole. Everyone inside. Not a single soul outside the 30-yard mark. They're trying to save the boundary, also save the single. They want Too Young to stay at this end. It'll happen for now. 2 more deliveries. If you can do that, that'll bring the last batter, Nine Cham So, on strike for the 20th over. With the tall left arm quick running in, you never know. Richard, what are you bowling here? On the stumps or outside the off stump?
Well, I think on the stumps, because little outside edge to the boundary and the match is over.
On the stumps it is, but going down the leg side. Keeper was interested. What has worked for China here is their holding down the set batter on strike. Last ball of the 19th over. Thuya Aung looking to get his team home. Straight to the fielder. It stays like that. Oh, in fact, we'll go upstairs. We will go upstairs because there was a run-out attempt at the non-striker's end. Batter looks confident though. Your first impression, Richard?
I think the batsman was back, but he had to throw himself in. It's worth the umpires checking upstairs.
If it's not out, Nan Cham So will face the 20th over.
He missed the stump.
He missed the stumps on the first attempt, which is why the batter has survived in that replay. Had he taken the bails off in that one motion, batter was short. So this will be a dot ball. The new man will take strike come the start of the last over. And that keeps China very much in the game. Yes, decision has been made. 2 runs needed off the last over. Best game of the tournament so far. Stretching right down to the wire. Inches, millimeters away. As he missed that first attempt. Another bold move by the Chinese captain. He's not gone for the left arm seamer. He's gone for control. It's March in Ma Kuen Chang in place of Joe actually to come and deliver the goods. What a finish it'll be, Richard, if Ma can get a wicket here.
Well, absolutely, but the romantic in me thought it was made for the left arm seamer. He's top scored, he's taken 2 wickets. Surely the last over could have had his name on it. Let's see.
Short cover as a helmet on. Down the track, chance, gone! Wicket on the first ball! 9 down a Myanmar, 1 wicket away at China. Game of the tournament. Now, Richard, what's your pick? Who are favourites now?
You just think there might be a wide bowled, or so if China can get a wicket without conceding another run, they win by 1 run. If Myanmar score a run and then lose a wicket, it's a tie.
Yes, all 3 results possible. Stand up and applaud the captaincy that we have seen from Vigole and appreciate his team responding to those aggressive tactics. Ma Kuen Chang at the cusp of creating history. Wide outside the off stump, slightly, slash and a miss. Not for the faint-hearted this. We move deeper and deeper into the 20th over and still we don't have a winner. Mid-on, mid-off, short cover, shot mid-wicket, shot square leg, shot third. All creeping in, could be a wide, it is wide, scores are tied. Myanmar can't lose from here on in. China won't be able to win from here on in. Best thing they can hope for is for Ma Kuen Chang to knock the last man over.
And it would be a tie, and they play again tomorrow.
I think that's the best result, Richard. Just the way this game has gone from one camp to the other. Momentum swinging like a pendulum. In Bangkok for the ACC Challengers Cup. In line, massive shout. They're going for the run. The throw is wider. Myanmar have won by the thinnest of margins. It's a leg bye. Absolute anti-climax. Shoulders are drooping in the Chinese camp, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't. They have made a real fist fight of a paltry 74 total. They got to be really proud of that.
And at one stage, China were 41 for 8 in their innings, and to have taken the game into the last over is a remarkable achievement from China.
Absolutely, and the future of cricket in China definitely looking brighter. Especially their bowling fielding unit. What a game their captain has had. Got out for a duck, mind you, but has led them significantly well. As both the teams shake hand to what has been a mouth-watering clash. On the same note, you gotta give the credit to Myanmar. Somehow they have managed to win this contest.
Well, I did say that the match would go down to the wire, but I didn't expect all three results being possible in the last over, and Myanmar just winning by 1 wicket.
13 from 21, the top scorer Thuya Aung held up one end. In fact, Paing Danu got 14. It was a partnership between them two, but look at the extras once again. 16 extras in a low-scoring game makes a lot of difference. That bowling card is what China will be really proud of. Only Lu Shilin wasn't amongst the wickets. Everyone else came out and did a job for the captain. Pick of the lot was 3 for 7 from Chen Juzu, who wasn't bowling the 20th. Finished his quota just before that. 74 is what China managed in 19.3, and Myanmar in that run chase took it all the way to 19.3. They won this game by 1 wicket. Yes, get me more of the same tomorrow, please. China take on Myanmar for the 9th place game. That is tomorrow morning. Right now, we dive into a short break and you'll meet Nishant for the post-match presentation party.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the ACC Men's Challenger Cup. Before we begin, we'd like to thank the Asian Cricket Council and Cricket Association of Thailand for hosting this tournament. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, the official streaming platform FanCode, official partners, The Fun News and 1x Bat, and commercial partners TCM. So in this particular league match of the tournament, Myanmar defeated China by the thinnest of margins, 1 wicket in the very last over. Of course, it was an absolute thriller of a game, and we were entertained till the last ball was bowled. Time for us to invite the captain from China, Wei Guolei, for a quick chat. Good afternoon, Wei. Great game, but unfortunately you couldn't end up on the winning side.
Well, this match, yeah, I think it's so pity because our power batsman don't get more runs in our plan. Yeah.
And it was a very close game. So what were you telling your boys? That it's interesting game. What do you tell your boys?
I said try our best and maybe win the match. Yeah.
Well played. Tough luck.
Okay.
Thank you. Right then, before we move ahead, I'd like to request the match referee, Mr. Gandhi, to please come forward, because the winning captain and the player of the match is the same person for his figures of 3 for 16 in his 4 overs. Tet Lin Aung is the player of the match. He'll collect his player of the match trophy from Mr. Gandhi. Well, Tet, how is the heartbeat?
Yeah, now non-stop a bit, yeah.
You had China in a lot of trouble, but in the last half of their batting, they got a lot of runs. What went wrong?
Our batting is little one to hurry, yeah. That's why we our wicket is down. Yeah.
So when that 9th wicket fell in the last over, what did you tell your number 11? What did he have to do?
You play only single run, no hitting. Yeah, that's why we were winning.
Happy with this win?
Yeah, we went happy.
Okay, looking forward for tomorrow. Well played, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
And of course, it was a fantastic performance by Myanmar in the end, winning the game by just 1 wicket. Now, remember, both these teams play for the 9th place playoff tomorrow. We'll be back with all the excitement, which you can, of course, catch on the FanCode app and the ACC YouTube page. For now, that's it. That's all we have. And, of course, we'll look forward to your company tomorrow. Till tomorrow, it's goodbye from Nishant Majid here.